Hey there, no brushes, no sponges today, just hands and the right technique. Before and after our favorite part, and I'm doing a full face of makeup using only my fingers and only cotton swab. Let's see if it still looks flawless. Let's start. For concealer, I'm using a very light shade. My bestie got it for me in London, and thank you so much. And I was hunting for Hourglass for ages. We don't have it in Serbia yet, but hopefully one day they'll come finally to us. It has this soft matte finish, no glow, no radiance, just beautiful smooth texture. Let's see how it looks on my eyelids. Wow, it's really pigmented. I honestly didn't expect that. And should I get a darker shade for my face too? Let's let it dry and check again. Okay, now we see no creases, no texture. Very interesting. It's my first time using it, so I'll tell you at the end of the day how it actually wears. And I'm applying it all over the eyes, everywhere I need a base for eyeshadows. Don't forget the areas where you'll blend it too, because otherwise the shadows just won't stick and you'll end up with harsh lines. Look at the texture of the concealer on my hand. Pretty similar to my skin type, right? So my skin is thin and textured here, and you can see it smooths all the fine lines. Next one, I'm using the Supergoop Matte Mineral SPF. It's a mineral sunscreen with a soft matte finish, perfect for days when I want sun protection but without any shine or greasy feeling. Applying is so easy, it glides onto the skin like a soft cream. I love how it feels lightweight and smooth, almost like a primer. There is no sticky or greasy feeling, and it mattifies my skin without making it look flat. And you can really feel it sitting gently on the skin while still letting it breathe, and it's perfect under makeup or on its own or just for a clean protected finish. And look at that close up. Wow, pores are blurred. I'm trying the Hourglass eyeshadow in the shade Modernist. So excited to finally try one of the most viral shadows. I mean, among my colleagues, makeup artists. So for some, it might look boring, but for me, it's sophisticated and elegant. I'm applying a matte light shade to set the concealer and prevent smudging. I like to use my fingertip for that, so quick and easy. Then I grab a cotton swab. This hack is perfect if you're traveling, short on time, or all your brushes are dirty. I'm using a matte mid-tone shade. You can use any flat surface to guide your eyeliner, and I use the opposite side of my SPF cream tube, but it could be a card or anything flat. Once you've applied it, blend the upper and low edges, but the low edges, just try to keep the line a little bit sharper. And this trick gives a clean, precise look without needing any fancy tools. Next, I add a dark matte shade to create depth. I apply it closer to the lash line and blend it into the previous color. If you make a mistake, just flip your cotton swab or use a clean brush to gently remove the excess product from the lid. It's a really easy and precise way to get a polished look. And I want to show you this beautiful shade, a dark silver with a hint of lavender and purple. It's perfect for cool toned makeup. I'm going to apply it all over the lids and using just my fingers for a soft blended finish. We come back to this technique a little bit later, but now I'm trying the Urban Decay shadow in Space Cowboy color. So this shade is such a classic tone that's perfect for everyday looks, and this shade shines like diamonds on the lids, and the silver tone in the pan just but in the sunlight it turns almost transparent and sparkles with a million little diamonds. It's so beautiful and catches the light in the most magical way. Now for mascara. I'm using Tarte. The formula is creamy and builds volume without clumping. I love how it separates each lashes and adds length while keeping them soft and flexible. It's perfect for natural yet defined lash look, and it holds up well throughout the day without smudging or flaking. A really reliable mascara for both everyday and more dramatic makeup with a black bold eye look. Now let's do the eyebrows using the Laura Mercier brow pencil. I love this pencil because it's precise but still feels natural on the skin. I start by lightly sketching the shape I want and then fill in sparse area with short hair-like strokes. It's easy to control, blends beautifully and gives a soft, defined look without looking harsh. To finish the brows, I'm using the Benefit Eyebrow Gel. It keeps every hair in place while still looking soft and natural, which I love. And the gel adds a little volume and texture, so the brows don't look flat or drawn on. I'm using the Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation. I love this formula because it's lightweight, hydrating, and gives a beautiful skin-like finish. It warms up the product actually and helps it blend seamlessly into the skin. Actually, using your fingers also gives you more control, so you can target areas that need more coverage without making the skin look heavy. For tricky areas like around the nose, under the eyes, or around the mouth, I use my ring finger to softly press and smooth the foundation. It's gentle and precise, perfect for small, textured areas. The result is smooth, natural, and radiant. A flawless everyday look without any tools. For blush, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Pink Pop. I love the shade. It's a soft rosy pink that gives such a fresh, natural flush to the cheeks. I apply it with my fingertips, gently tapping it onto the apples of my cheeks and blend outward toward the temples. Using your fingers warms up the product, which helps it melt into the skin for a seamless skin-like finish. For lips, I'm starting with the MAC lip pencil. I know some of you might not be a huge fan of the lip liner paired with a light pink color of lipstick, but it looks good on my mood today. And let me know, do you prefer the look with a brown lip liner or just the lipstick on its own? I've gotten so many comments about this combo on my shorts, and it seems like such a big debate, and I'd love to hear what you think. For today, since I'm doing a more beautiful, sophisticated eye makeup, I want to add a lip liner too. I lightly line and fill in my lips with this beautiful brownish color, which helps the lipstick last longer, gives even coverage, and creates a nice base for layering. On top, I'm applying the Prada lipstick. It's creamy, hydrating, and has a soft, elegant finish. The combination of the pencil and lipstick adds depth and dimension to the lips while keeping them comfortable and natural looking. I love how they blend together seamlessly. And let's recap all steps with eye makeup. If you remember, it was a concealer as an eye base. Then I tap a matte light shade over the concealer using my finger to lock it in. For precision or travel hack, I use a cotton swab, perfect if brushes are dirty or unavailable. And I applied the matte mid-tone shade to blend the edges and use a flat surface like the back of a card or my SPF tube, doesn't matter, as a guide for a sharp eyeliner shape, just following your lower lash line. I apply a darker matte shade closer to the lash line to create depth and add to the lower lash line a little bit too, and then just blend it together. By the way, the packaging is super photogenic, although in real life it looks a bit less luxurious than in photos. So sorry, yes, it is what it is, but still I love it. It's light, which is perfect for me because I really did like huge heavy palettes as a makeup artist. And the texture is soft and buttery, really easy to pick up with a brush or even with your fingers. It blends effortlessly without turning patchy, great choice for beginners. And pigmentation is amazing, just the right amount for building up intensity without looking harsh. Overall, it feels very luxurious on the eyes and gives a refined, polished look that I personally love. And next, I add a little sparkle to the lids. Just finish the eyes with the mascara, and this really opens up the eyes and makes the look pop. For eyebrows, I brush them into place, fill in all the gaps with my pencil, and then set them with gel to keep them groomed all day. For the face, I applied a few dots of foundation on the cheeks and blend it together with my fingertips. Then add a few more dots to the forehead and blend it again. I add a little bit blush on the cheeks, a little bit on the nose, and don't forget about the outer corners of the eyes, and even a touch on the forehead. This ties the whole makeup look together beautifully. And then I clean my hands, and here's our final result. That's it. We did this using only our hands and only one Q-tip. Can you imagine? I used to rely on brushes, so honestly, experimenting without them was a bit tricky for me at first, but after doing it a few times, you really get the hang of it. So you will figure out how to go faster, make less mistakes, and still get a flawless, polished look. And the last thought, if you struggle with eyeshadows, the Hourglass palette could be your first one. It's really easy to blend and forgiving if you make mistakes. You saw me fix everything even with just a Q-tip, so it's especially great if you love using brushes. If you were expecting something bright and colorful, this might not be the palette for you. Hourglass focuses more on luxury, calm brownish shades that are just a little bit more for casual, for everyday life. The pigmentation is impressive and the formula is buttery smooth, making application effortless. Whether you want a subtle daytime look or more defined evening eye, this palette has you covered. Plus, the sleek, compact packaging makes it travel friendly and easy to carry around. And that's it for today's hands-only makeup look. I hope you enjoy seeing how you can create a full polished face using just your fingers and one Q-tip. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!